Well, good morning, YouTube. Today we are finally going to review a Mercedes-Benz AMG GTR.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, and this is my garage, and this channel is all about the supercar ownership experience. And I know you're thinking, well, does the AMG GTR qualify as a supercar? We're gonna find out. I think it probably does. So obviously, I am a huge Ferrari fan and had lots of Ferraris, but I have not driven the AMG GTR. I've driven a bunch of AMGs, just not the GTR. Not even any of the GT series. So I'm very curious if this is as good as everyone says. This thing gets a lot of hype, and I will admit, this is a beautiful, beautiful car. It is stunning. It looks incredible. The presence of it is amazing, and of course, the Green Hell Magno is perfection. If you're gonna get one of these cars, you must get this color. It's kind of like getting red on a Ferrari. It just feels right. It just looks right. This just looks right. The green with the black accents, the carbon fiber, the black wheels looks so damn good. So enough about that. Let's review this thing, take it out for a spin, and hopefully it meets and exceeds my expectations. I am not a fan of green. I hate green on cars. I think it looks terrible. But this green combination looks so good. It's really hard to describe how good this looks in person. If you have not seen this color in person, it is just fantastic. And the crazy thing is, it's not super glossy and it's not super matte. It's like this weird in between. You can see how dynamic the color is as you transition across the light. The color just changes with it and it looks so damn good. You can see it looks like super dark, almost like a forest green back there. And it's a bright, almost neon green up here in the light. Amazing. Just well done. Bravo. Mercedes, you crushed this color. Now, that being said, it is a $10,000 option on this car. I think it's worth every penny. It is just glorious on this car. Now, of course, we do have lots of cool accents like carbon fiber side view mirrors, a carbon fiber roof, and this big carbon fiber spoiler, which looks actually perfect on this car. It's not too big, not too small. It just has enough presence to let you know, hey, I'm a serious car, but not like, oh, I'm a huge gaudy wing. So I love that. And of course, yes, we have the GTR badge. I really dig the styling of this car. You see this car in pictures and you see it from a distance and you think, that is a big ass car. But then you park it in the garage and look at it. It is basically the same size as the 599. In fact, it's actually just barely shorter and it weighs almost the same. I think these are 3,700-ish pounds. And these are closer to like 3,800 pounds. We have a giant V8 twin turbo to make all of that weight go very, very quick with almost 575. Actually, I think it's over 575 horsepower and over 500 foot-pounds of torque. So yeah, we're gonna scoot. So one thing that I actually am appreciative of this car is it is a hatchback. Look at this. And you actually have a decent amount of space. You could fit a real suitcase in there. Here you go. We have a sticker. Look at that. Whoa. $190,045. And up here you can see there is the color $9,900 for Green Hell Magno. Woo! That is an expensive option, but again, totally worth it. So yes, this car is in our dealership, NG Supercars, and it is for sale. So if you're interested in buying it, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com, make an offer. As is our tradition on this channel, I'm going to show you a few things wrong with it. They're very insignificant, not a whole lot wrong with it, but that's just how we roll here. So there are a few paint chips. I'm going to show you a few that I've identified. So this car does not have a PPF on it. If I bought this car, that would be the first thing I'd do is PPF the entire front of this car. I mean, that is a lot of real estate to get paint chips. And as you can see, right there are two, well, pretty insignificant. It's hard to almost see them. There you go. Pretty small paint chips. They don't show up real strongly. There's two more that are very small. And I did notice there are a couple more, like right there. Okay, see right there, and right there, and right there. So 3 or so small paint chips, a couple of little chips here. So again, This could really benefit. This panel right here would really benefit from PPF. That's what I would do if I bought this car. Just PPF as much of it as you can afford. That will save you in the long run from having to deal with paint chips on this beautiful paint. I wish they would have done it from like as soon as they bought it. If I was buying one of these new, that would be the first thing I would do with this car. The interior of this car is actually surprisingly comfortable and really cool looking. Of course, it does have all of the traditional Mercedes stuff. It's got the same Mercedes controls and infotainment system. So if you've driven any of the modern Mercedes, you're gonna be very comfortable and recognize all of the buttons and controls because they're basically the same. But what's cool is you get these awesome seats. You get these cool Alcantara door panels with some like nice offset contrasting stitching in yellow stitching here. You even got a little bit of space to store some crap, you know, SD card and USB plugs. So it's a fully modern car, and you got a nice screen up here which tells you all the infotainment stuff. You can see we've got 25,955 miles. Okay, enough talking. Let's go drive. All right, YouTube, we are in the AMG GTR. Brake, push the button, and whoa. One thing about AMG I will give credit to is they have such a grumbly, muscle car-y sounding awesome engine. It's just cool. So this is a 4-liter V8 twin turbo, and it sounds fantastic. And the great thing is it's twin turbo and it still sounds fantastic. It is cold out today. I'm sure there's seat warmers or something here. I don't know. There's so many things in this car. It's hard to know. Let's put it in Sport Plus. Oh, did you hear that? It's pissed off about the the camera's... Son of a bitch. Hold on. My camera fell off. That's unusual. I wonder if it's because this paint is a bit weird. So we're gonna have to be careful and check on those. Make sure they don't go bye-bye. So one thing is this car is actually running Pilot Sport Cup 2s instead of like the 4S's or something. So these are basically like street legal race tires. Oh, that sound is very angry sounding. AMG has like a lot of features and stuff. Here we go, engine data. Shows you the horsepower and the coolant temps. Okay, there we go. Ooh, those shifts are very fast. Ooh, got the Mercedes pops and bangs. I love that. So already the handling, it's first of all, it's very comfortable. It's very smooth. It's a bit noisy in here, but that's probably because of the tires. The Cup 2s are louder tires. They are not quiet by any means. The handling's good. It's got a lot of feedback. That's actually surprising me because a lot of the AMGs I've driven before are a bit numb in the feedback department. Wow, that's pretty tight. Like, whoa. All right, we're not even in race mode. We're just in Sport Plus. How do we get it to like be in manual? I want it to be manual mode. There it is, manual. Okay. By the way, we have a 7-speed DCT. Let's see, going about 60 miles an hour, 2,000 RPMs. Not bad. It's interesting is it's almost hard to tell what gear you're in because the noise doesn't really change pitch much in the lower RPMs. It does change a lot now. There, I went down to 4, up near 4,000 RPMs. Now it's starting to get a little bit noisy. Oh, yes, I love those. I haven't even figured out how to work everything yet. I should probably like turn on the heater or something. I don't know. It's kind of cold. Woo! It's got a lot of torque. All right, finally got the engine up to a reasonable temperature. So it's not like this crazy kick you in the seat of your pants power that rolls on and just slams you like the McLaren. It's very linear. I'm actually surprised by that. The turbos you can't really tell when the turbos are spooled up or not. It just flows, which is, that's actually really nice. It makes it, okay, that's hilariously awesome sound. Dude, that thing sounds mean. It sounds very angry, like I want to kill someone. Get out of my way. All right. Let's see, how's the handling? Wow, basically no body roll. It's really interesting. The power rolls on in a totally different way. It is very smooth. Holy shit. I mean, I can see where tracking this would be fantastic because it's so linear. Good job, AMG. Man, you guys, I really would love to track one of these. It's super linear and predictable, even though, even though it's a big, heavy car, it doesn't feel super weighty. Like, the responsiveness is tremendous. Super precise feeling in the steering. Lots of feedback, really tight, zero body roll at all. And just tons of power. Okay, here we go. Ready? Now let's do some fun. Holy shit. Whoa. Whoa. That is really good handling. Like, it just sticks on that road. So one thing that's gonna be interesting about these cars is you don't have that like reliability concern that you get with Ferrari, Lamborghini, and McLaren. Like, no one ever says, oh, like those AMGs are so unreliable. Now, granted, I think the parts availability is gonna be substantially better, and you can fix it at any AMG or any Mercedes dealership. So that's a big deal. That's a huge advantage of this car. All right, here we go. Whoops, spun the tires. All right, that was Sport Plus. Let's do a race. Those pops and bangs are hilariously loud. And it's super comfortable, by the way. I'm just enjoying it. Like, I was in Sport Plus, now I'm in race, and it's just comfortable. It's absolutely comfortable. I got cup holders. I've got a real center console. I got space for suitcases. Woo! That power is fantastic. That is a great sound. Like, you can almost feel the pops and bangs in the floor. It's so loud. It's a different feeling. It's a totally different beast than the Ferraris, McLarens, and Lamborghinis. And obviously, being a front engine, if the handling characteristics feel more like the 599, but I feel like this is tighter than the 599. I actually feel like I would be more confident driving this hard on a track than the 599. The adaptive suspension is really impressive. It really does a good job and really changes the feeling of the car. You know, the crazy thing is these aren't terribly expensive for how much car you get. I could absolutely see one of these in my garage, especially in this color. This color is just so cool. Full disclosure, I'm not a fan of paddles on the wheel, but they're pretty good. I mean, the position of them, the feedback on them is good. They don't feel too bad. The steering wheel is actually really nice. It's Alcantara. It's got a good thickness to it. I feel like the steering has a nice weightiness to it. That was one of my complaints on some of the other MGs, is like the steering just felt too much like a GT cruiser car versus, I mean, it's called the GT. So obviously it's a grand touring car, but it still has very good feedback and like tightness about it that I hate when you lose that in these GT cars. Like when they get too soft, too squishy, too much of the GT side, not enough on the sports side. All right, let's try putting it back into like comfort mode. Yeah, I mean, wow. So like totally different characteristics of the car. Lots more body roll, less feedback in the steering, no pops and bangs. Like, oh yeah, totally different coming around that corner, like squishy and soft. Not as fun. Okay, back to race. Oh. The shifts are just tremendous. I'm on a very rough road and it's super smooth. And I'm in race mode. Unbelievable. Like that's shocking to, like this, wow. I mean, there's big bumps all over the place here. I'll purposely drive over the white line. You can't even hardly notice that. But then the crazy thing is there's still feedback. Man, they really did a good job on this car. This is, I keep saying it, this is tremendous. It's strange because the acceleration is kind of drama-free. Like, it's so linear and smooth that you feel totally comfortable and planted driving that hard. Like, putting it to the floor, you have lots of confidence, even in race mode. I felt completely in control of that. The McLarens scare you. Like, when you stab the gas in that car, you're like, holy shit. When the turbos spool up, you're like, my God, we're gonna die. The Ferraris are very linear. Even the turbos are pretty linear, but you do get still a bit of that turbo lag. In this, it just blends. It is very smooth, like almost imperceptible that there's turbos in this car at all. They come on instantaneously. Like, we're at, all right, ready? Let me slow down a little bit so we can get some room. All right, we're at 4,000 RPMs, ready? To the floor. Tiny delay. You can see it, just tiny, like almost imperceptible. I really like this car. I've got nothing to say negative about it. I guess the only negative thing I have to say is it's not mine, it's the dealership's. I should buy it from the dealership. I got a guy, I can hook myself up. I actually honestly could see owning this car. I really, really like this car. Obviously, the depreciation would be a bit of a concern, but I feel like the GTRs and the GT series are holding their values pretty good, and certainly this color is going to hold value pretty good. Crap. This is a problem for me. I don't know what's going on, but I'm starting to like more and more cars that aren't Ferraris. Shit. Well, I have a problem, YouTube. I like this car more than I thought I would. It actually exceeded my expectations in pretty much almost every way. My biggest concern with this was that it's a GT car. Was it going to be too squishy? And I don't like the spongy feeling cars. Like, I don't know why. It's just not my thing. I really enjoy having the cars be a bit tighter. Yeah, the handling is outstanding. Really, really good. And you don't feel that the car is as big as it is. Now, granted, I should have mentioned this in the drive. The forward visibility is not that great. It is, a front-engine car, so the forward visibility is nowhere near that of like the McLarens and the mid-engine Ferraris. Now, obviously, the front-engine Ferraris don't have the greatest visibility compared to the mid-engines, and this is kind of the same way. It doesn't have the greatest forward visibility, but it still feels like you've got pretty good visibility. The nice thing is you don't have to worry about side visibility because most of the car is in front of you, so it's easy to worry about. You don't have to worry about like blind spots that much. Well, with that, like, share, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you're interested in this car, send us an email, sales@mgsupercars.com, and it could be yours if we can work out a deal. But that's going to do it. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be doing a lot of car stuff, so you're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet.